Okay guys, one of the big things that is harder to start perfecting when you get better and really reach that next level is actually how to do a proper soccer volley. So I want to teach you how to do a soccer volley right now. So I'm going to pull Chaz on here, give him some thumbs up. This he's pretty much working on one knee, but that's a whole nother story of tearing the MCL, PCL or something like that. He's not doing well. But anyways, he's going to teach us a little bit of how to do a volley or what? Yeah, I guess I'm teaching how to do a soccer volley. So what a volley is, just for the basics, I'm sure most of you guys know, so don't worry about correcting all this. But anyhow, there's like two different volleys you can do. One is a full volley, one's a half volley. When people talk about a full volley, and we're going to do more specific video on a half volley and one on a full volley. Full volley is when you're taking the ball straight out of the air before it hits the ground. So anything like that, yeah, get ready. Half volley is actually when you let the ball take a bounce. Preferably it's like one bounce, but anyways. So, it's kind of, you're letting it take that hop, and that's a whole nother technique that you need to learn, because that's a lot of timing. But again, full volleys as well, a lot of timing. So a good way to start out doing this with a partner or go against a wall and learn how to do this is actually to just drop the ball. And what you want to do is, let's start off with doing kind of a full volley, is you actually want to have your knee above the ball. The reason is because if you hit the ball up here, see how your knee's not above the ball? Well, when I do that, this is what happens. The ball goes over Chaz's head. And obviously, if you're going on target, you want to keep the ball down because you just have about 8.5 feet right there. So again, what you're doing is take a step, drop the ball, and really get your feet over it, get your knee over it. What you're going to start doing probably is leaning forward and driving through, because again, you want to keep the ball down, and it's kind of hard to just do it like that. But again, keep working on that. Go both feet. I'm going to start rocking them at you a little bit. So have them just go back and forth. And you see how it's just that low driven ball. Again, if it's further out, grab that ball too. If it's further out, what you want to do is let the ball drop. You're going to get that top spin. So that's how a lot of times when people are coming onto the ball, they're driving it over a wall or over a player, and it just dips down. It's because you have that top spin. So again, what you want to do is work on just that simple kick, then get over it, work on the form before you start doing the power. And then what you want to do is, Chaz, ball in hand, start throwing them at me, both sides. Is have a partner throw it at you. And really what that's going to do is that's what's going to help your timing. So again, the timing when you drop it. You're going to get that pretty quickly, but when someone else is throwing it or the ball is crossed, what you're going to do is you're going to want to get your ball center of the ball, kind of towards the top, and really drive it through. So again, if you're using both feet, get your arms out to balance, and see, that one was even a little high. There's a little half volley for you. So again, drive through, and once you get good, then you're going to be taking them from, there's crossbar. You're going to be taking them from farther out, and then we're going to start getting into how to do a full volley when it's crossed, and your timing on that, and you're going to need to come around. So again, this is the basic technique of how to do a soccer volley. We're going to get into more advanced stuff, but this is the basics you guys can work on. So go ahead, leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to know about volleys. If you're having trouble, let me know. I'm here to help you guys out. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Okay guys, this is a video I've kind of been wanting to do now, because there's a cool little trick that I had learned from one of my coaches, who was actually, he was the high school coach of the nation for all sports. So you can't really get much better teaching than that. So what I want to do is I want to explain one quick, simple trick of how to beat a defender in soccer. So I actually want to bring Chaz on here. The idea of this is to have a partner, work your way down the field. But when you notice defenders, most of the time, if they're actually playing correct defense, I'm going to do a separate video on how to play defense in soccer as well, but this is just how to beat a defender in soccer. So we're going to stick it more to the offense. A defender is usually playing, if they're playing properly, they're pushing you to your opposite foot, they're pushing you to your weaker foot, and they're also going to have one foot in front, and it's called jockeying. So what you do is you come in and then they bounce back and they're going to be jockeying you. A lot of defenders, when you're just starting out, you know, luckily, when you're not playing professionally or at a high level, they'll be playing pretty flat, which is pretty easy if Chaz just wants to get around me to do a little meg or something. Or, let me see the ball real quick. Or if you're coming on a defender who's flat-footed, I guess this is another trick. If he's playing flat-footed, you know, play the ball around him, because what's going to happen is his body weight is going to be all back on his heels. But again, okay, that's for the more simple guys. But again, if you're having a defender who's playing proper defense, they're pushing you one direction. They're going to be pushing you or trying to get you to go in front of them. And the reason they want to get you to go in front of them is because all it takes is one motion to jump in and steal the ball. You know, which you can see there. If you learn to actually take a defender along his backside, that's actually the tip that I want to teach you, because what happens when that happens is, if you just see this simple movement, now I have to shift my body, I have to turn, and then I have to move and sprint to go back and get it. Whereas if you're going across, all you have to do is step in and steal it. So what I want you to work on is, if Chaz is playing defense here, let me do it kind of far so we can do you know, at least a little bit. If I get the ball, Chaz is coming to play defense, what I want you to do is have your partner push you to one direction or the other and kind of take their lead. So if he's pushing me this way, I'm going here, and then learn to go down their backside a little bit. And again, you're going to be going at a much quicker pace. You're going to be going at about, you know, 80% to a full sprint. They're going to be backing up. They should be backing up as fast as they go. So if Chaz is coming at me, you know, and he's taking me on, you're working. Go! So you're working along his backside, and you really want to kind of push the pace, because you don't want to go at some, you know, slow, ridiculously lethargic pace. You know, that's not going to get you any better. So what I want you to learn, if you're learning how to beat a defender in soccer, you know, one of the big things that coaches really won't teach you, because they don't know, unless you're getting coaches who have their national A license, or, you know, B or C, or someone who's higher up, is to really learn to focus on how the defender is playing you. You know, sometimes they'll be overcommitting and you can just go blow right by them. Sometimes they'll be playing flat-footed and you can meg them. You can push it down one side and go around them on the other, which you'll see a lot of players do down the wings as well, because they have more room to kind of push the ball and sprint ahead. But really, especially if you're playing center mid, attacking, and I get a lot of questions like this, it's to always learn to play on the backside of people. So you can go around them, they're gonna have to shift their body weight, and then you're already around, and now you're looking for the next 2-on-1 with your teammates. So again, that's just a quick video I want to teach you of how to beat a defender in soccer. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm here to help you guys out as well.